Cardiovascular Institute of the South is celebrating 40 years of delivering healthcare to our patients and communities. Founded by Dr. Craig Walker in 1983 and guided by a mission to provide the highest quality cardiovascular care available, CIS has pioneered hundreds of firsts to improve outcomes for cardiovascular diseases. Through new technology, virtual care, outpatient procedures, and national growth, CIS is improving lives and leading the way for advanced care and innovation.
Thank you very much for coming. My name is Yun Chan. I'm the co-founder of Phoenix Waste Solutions, and this is Andrew Fox. He's our senior engineer.
Hi, I'm Andrew Fox. I'm the senior engineer.
All right, so this is the Phoenix. This is our zero-fuel waste-to-energy furnace. And what's amazing about it is that it does not use any fuel in the process of processing the waste, right? So the secret sauce behind it is actually in this little chamber here. So what we have here is our ionizer, and we just take normal atmospheric air, and we use those blowers and push it through our ionizer and into the furnace. And what the ionizer does is that it takes normal oxygen, O2, and it breaks it up into atomic oxygen. And that's the secret power. That atomic oxygen is very, very highly energized. And when it enters the furnace, we can achieve over 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit without using any auxiliary fuel. And the cool thing about atomic oxygen is that it also reduces the amount of pollutants that are produced in the air emissions.
Yes, the nice thing about using the atomic oxygen is it allows us to create a low temperature plasma, which creates a self-sustained combustion within the furnace, whereas traditional combustion techniques would require continuous addition of some sort of external fuel source. Ours does not, which allows it for applications in fields where it can be either expensive or difficult to get extra fuel to fuel the combustion and to reduce the waste.
So there was a University of Texas study that compared 26 different waste incinerators, and to dispose of 5 tons of waste, which is what this furnace can do in one day, they would need to burn 800 gallons of propane or 400 gallons of diesel in one day. And our process doesn't use any fuel at all. So as I mentioned, we reduce the amount of pollutants that are being produced in the furnace chamber, and so we can have a relatively simple filtration process attached to the furnace, which makes this whole unit quite small. When we originally designed it, it can fit into a 20-foot container, and it can be fit onto a truck, maybe a boat, and kind of go around and process waste that way. So yesterday we took about 1 ton of waste and we reduced it to about 1% ash, and the process does not destroy metal or glass. So you can see like the glass that was from the waste, it can actually be recycled, and metal as well can be recycled from the waste. So we actually produce only 1% ash. A typical incinerator will produce up to 10 to 25% ash, which means our combustion process is actually more complete. The ash can actually be used to make bricks, and the bricks will use 85% less concrete than a regular brick. And we are actually going to be making some pavers and some concrete furniture, which we will donate back to the Rougarou Fest, and they can have it at the Nature Center for display for the future. And we first started this project to build this zero-fuel waste-to-energy furnace. Basically, because my co-founder and I, we're passionate outdoors women, we love the environment in Louisiana, and we think that the world has a serious, serious trash problem. And this was our little effort to make a little dent into the worldwide problem of waste. Basically, what we see is that people need to be handling waste on a more local level, where there's more accountability of it and more recycling of waste materials can take place. So our idea is to decentralize waste management, be able to cleanly dispose of waste, produce materials like bricks from the ash and recycled materials, and as well as produce energy from the excess heat that we have from this process, and to have a decentralized waste management system which has a very low carbon footprint. So my co-founder and I started So my co-founder and I started our company in January 2020 when we bootstrapped our prototype. We kind of joke that this is our retirement money that you see right here in the background. We thought that we wanted to do something for the environment, and so we built this prototype. 3 months later, COVID hit, and everything started taking a lot longer than we anticipated. So we are fortunate enough to be funded by a grant from the National Science Foundation, and we had a big grant from the National Science Foundation, and of course, Louisiana State has also supplemented those grants with their own state grants. So this project has been well funded by both federal and state government. So the Rougarou Fest kind of called us up about a month and a half ago and kind of asked us to participate in it. And I noticed on the Rougarou Fest website that they are a zero waste festival, which means basically they've made a big effort to recycle. But honestly, a lot of that other waste that they can't recycle ends up going to the landfill. So we talked to the Rougarou Fest, to the South Louisiana Wetlands Center, and we said, we can make you 100% zero waste. So we're taking about 3 tons of waste from 3 days of festival, and we're going to process it in our machine, turn that 3 tons of waste into 1% ash, which is about 60, 70 pounds of ash, and we're going to turn that into bricks and garden furniture and donate it back to the Wetland Center.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your health is our legacy. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bork, know your rights.